So let's look at number 1. Number 1 says this shows a pattern. So when I look at these look like ordered pairs. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my ordered pairs as X and Y. So 7 and 12, 5 and 9, 3 and 6. So since it says this shows a pattern, I'm going to see if I see a pattern. So I'm going to look at my X's first. So I have 7, 5, and 3. And I can tell that those are getting smaller. 7 minus 2 is 5, and 5 minus 2 is 3. So it looks like my X's are going down by 2. Let's look at my Y's. It goes from 12, 9, 6. So I know it's going down. So first I'm going to subtract. So let's see. 9, 10, 11, 12. That goes down 3. And 9 minus 3 is 6. So my Y is subtracting 3. So I'm looking for which grid shows the coordinates in the next ordered pair in my pattern. So if my X's are minusing 2, 3 minus 2 would be 1. And if my Y's are subtracting 3, 6 minus 3 is 3. So my next ordered pair would be 1, 3. So when I look at A, I go over 1. And if I go up 3, 1, 2, 3, my dot would need to be here. This one shows 1, 2, so A is not the answer. Let's look at B. We go over 1, up 1, 2, 3. There's my answer. Let's go to number 2. Randy and Nick each create a pattern. Randy's pattern starts with 2 and adds the rule 5, 8. Adds the rule add 5. Uses the rule add 5, I'm sorry. Nick's pattern starts with 4 and uses the rule multiply by 7. The ordered pair 2, 4 represents the first term of each pattern. Which ordered pair represents the second terms in each pattern? So I know I have Randy's pattern, and it says it starts with 2, and it's going to add 5. So that's his rule. Nick's pattern starts with 4, and it's using the rule multiply by 7. So let's go to Rick's. His second term, if it's plus 5, 2 plus 5 would be 7. If Nick's rule is times 7, 4 times 7 is 28. So the next ordered pair should be 7, 28, which would be answer choice B. Let's look at number 3. What is the next ordered pair in this pattern? So I'm going to look at my X's first. I see it goes 12, 10, 8. What do you notice there? It's subtracting. It's going down, right? It's going down by 2. So if it continues, 12, 10, 8, if I keep going down by 2, it would be 6. Let's look at my Y's now. 3, 5, 7. Those numbers are getting bigger. So let's see what they're getting bigger by. 3, 4, 5, that goes up 2. And 5, 6, 7, that goes up by 2. So I know that my Y coordinates are adding 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9. So my next ordered pair would be 6 and 9. Number 4, 4 points are plotted on the grid. The pattern of these points will continue. When the value of X is 5, how can the value of Y be found? So we need to first look at our points and write the ordered pairs for each point. So when I look at this point, I go over 1 and up 1. So my first ordered pair is 1, 1. All right, let's look at our next point. We go over 2 and up 3. So our next ordered pair is 2, 3. Okay, our next ordered pair goes over 3 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our last ordered pair goes over 4 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I notice, if these are my X's and these are my Y's, I notice that my X's go up by 1 each time. What do you notice about the Y's? Well, I see they're getting bigger, and it looks like they get bigger by 2 because 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So my question says when the value of x is 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, I know 5 would come next. How would I find the value of y? Well, I know that I'm going to add 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9. So I'm going to look down here and see which of these give me 9. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. That gives me 9. Let's try this one. 5 times 2 is 10 plus 1. That gives me 11. That's not right. Let's look at C. Order of operations, we do 1 times 2 first, which is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. That doesn't work. And D, we have 5 times 2 is 10, and 10 times 1 is 10. So the only one that gives us 9 would be A. Let's keep going. So let's look at number 5. It says a pattern using values for x and y is graphed on the coordinate grid. Which statement is correct regarding the values for x and y? Remember, values, what it's worth. So I'm going to go ahead and write my coordinates for each of these points. That's always a good thing to do. So I'm going to look at my first point, and my coordinates would be 6 and 3. So I'm going to write that here. My next coordinates would be 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be 8 and 4. I'm sorry, you can hear Henry with me. My next one would be 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my last one, I go over 12 and up 6. So when I look at my x and my y's, I see that my x's are actually getting bigger by 2 each time. And when I look at my y's, I see they're going up by 1. So let's look at my answer choices and see what they say. So A says each y value, so each of these values, is 1/2 of the x value. So let's see if that's true. Is 3 half of 6? Yes. Is 4 half of 8? Yes. Is 5 half of 10? Yes. Is 6 half of 12? Yes. So this sounds like a correct statement, but let's look at B. Each x value is equal to the corresponding y value. These numbers are not equal, so that can't be true. Each y value is 3 times the x value. Well, if these were 3 times my x times 3 is 18. My y value is not 18, so that cannot be true. Each x value is 3 times the y value. Well, if I did my y value times 3 times 3, that would give me 9, and my x was 6. So that can't be true. So my correct answer is A. All right, number 6. Bill and Joseph are collecting cans for a school fundraiser. Their collections are recorded in this table. How many more cans will Joseph collect than Bill on the 8th day if this pattern continues? Well, when I look at my table, it only goes to day 5. It asked me for day 8, so I'm going to have to continue my pattern. Day 6, day 7, and day 8. And I'm going to have to see what would go in there. So let's see what's happening for Bill. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7. That went up 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. That goes up 3. 10 plus 3 is 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. So it looks like Bill's adding 3. So let's go ahead and finish. So we have 16 plus 3, which is 19. 19 plus 3, 20, 21, 19, 20, 21, 22. And add 3, and we get 25. All right, let's look at Joseph. So we're going from 5 to 9. Well, 5 plus 4 is 9. So let's see if 9 plus 4 is 13. So we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that works. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then 18, 19, 20, 21. So I can see that Joseph is adding 4. So if I do 21 plus 4, that's 25. Okay, add 4 more, 29. And if I add 4 more, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So I see Bill and Joseph. So the question was, how many more cans will Joseph collect than Bill? So what would I do with 33 and 25 if I want to know how many more than? That's right, we're going to subtract. So 3 minus 5, since we can't do it, we borrow. So we get 8, and 2 minus 2 is 0. So our answer would be 8. Alright, last one that we have is number 7. Vicky has 2 patterns of numbers. The first pattern starts with 1 and follows a rule of increasing by 1. The second pattern starts with 29 and follows a rule of decreasing by 3. Which number represents the point in each pattern when they are equal? So it looks like we're just going to have to do each pattern. So she has one pattern that starts with 1, and my rule is going to be increasing, which means adding 1. And my second pattern is going to start with 29, and this rule is to decrease, which means go down by 3. Alright, so we're just going to go. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Alright, 29 minus 3 is 26. Alright, let's keep going. Following my rules, 26 minus 3 is 23. Let's keep going. We add 1, subtract 3. We're still not equal yet, so let's keep going. So we have 5, subtract 3. Nothing that's the same yet. Let's keep going. Add 1, subtract 3. So 17, 16, 15, 14. Nothing yet. Add 1, subtract 3. So 14, 13, 12, 11. Add 1, subtract 3. 11, 10, 9, 8. Look. At what point are they equal? At the number 8. So our answer is C.